Welcome to iScope Media. Today we are going to talk about the heated debate over the Qatar FIFA World Cup 2022. Well, for the first time in history, the FIFA World Cup will not be played in summer but in winter from November 18 to December 21. Temperatures in Qatar in summer, which reach between 40 degree and 50 degrees Celsius, make a summer tournament impossible. The selection of the tiny but wealthy country as host nation has led to a raft of controversy and open debate on the biggest question of all. Is money the only ball that really moves the world of soccer? Now, here are the reasons. Qatar's controversial election. The selection process that saw Qatar chosen as host nation for the 2022 World Cup in December 2010, as well as the award of the 2018 tournament to Russia at the same time, were the detonators that led to the 2015 FIFA corruption case. That was the FIFA Gate, which led to 14 indictments by the FBI and ended the decade-and-a-half reign of Sepp Blatter, a president of soccer's world governing body. It was the first time in World Cup history that it was announced that the two nations were at the same time. The election process is based on the votes of the 24 members of the FIFA's executive committee. FIFA Vice President and President of the Spanish Football Federation at the time, Angel Maria Villar, was convinced that a joint bid by the Portugal and Spain was going to be awarded the 2018 World Cup. What Villar did not know was that votes were allegedly bought while there was subsequent interchange between Russia and Qatar to favor their respective victories, with additional pressure being applied to ensure that the name of Qatar emerged from the envelope in Blatter's hand. The president of UEFA at the time, Michel Platini, later admitted that 9 days before the World Cup election, he held a meeting at the Élysée Palace with the then president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, during which the latter laid out the convenience of promoting Qatar's bid. The French National Finance Prosecutor's Office maintains an open investigation focused on the economic benefits allegedly obtained by Sarkozy through his relationship with Qatar. Now let's move on and have a look at the next point. The FIFA Congress held the day before the draw for the 2022 World Cup on 31st March was laced with the standard self-congratulatory praise for the organization, at least until the president of the Norwegian Football Federation, Lise Klaveness, took the podium and shattered the contrived harmony in the Doha Exhibition and Convention Center. What Klaveness had says reverberated around the world. He said in 2010 World Cups were awarded by FIFA is unacceptable ways with unacceptable consequences. Human rights, equality, democracy, the core interests of football were not in the starting 11 until many years later. Well, these basic rights were pressured onto the field as substitutes by outside voices. FIFA has addressed these issues, but there's still a long way to go. There is no room for employers who do not secure the freedom and safety of World Cup workers. No room for leaders who cannot host the women's game. No room for hosts that cannot legally guarantee the safety and respect of LGBTQ people coming to the theatre of dreams, he says. Well, Klaveness' speech shed light on two of the questions that have caused the most controversy during the Qatar's highly publicized World Cup preparation. The death of migrant workers from Nepal, India and Bangladesh while building the stadiums for the tournament in subhuman employment conditions, and the accusations of the sports washing on the part of the soccer industry for regimes with questionable human rights records. An August 2021 Amnesty International report accused Qatar of failing to investigate the deaths of thousands of migrant workers over the past decade, while a Guardian investigation put the number of deaths among the workers on the stadium and other World Cup related infrastructure at 6,500. Now here's the dilemma, which is the next point. The Qatar World Cup has opened a fresh debate over whether sport should be used to contribute to the opening up of authoritarian regimes by awarding international sporting events, or whether a policy of isolation should remain in place. The response of FIFA President Gianni Infantino to Clavina's speech went some way to explaining the governing body's stance. That was, from the outset, we have pressured the authorities in Qatar and we have found in them a willing partner in terms of implementing changes in human rights, Infantino said, adding that Qatar had showed exemplary commitment to the issue. FIFA has also pointed to the positive reports from the International Labour Organization and the United Nations. Qatar has stated that the display of LGBTQ banners and symbols will not be banned during the World Cup, despite Qatari law expressly condemning homosexuality. Last December, the president of the Supreme Committee of Delivery and Legacy, Nasser Al Khater, said that the members of the LGBTQ community will be welcome at the World Cup, but should avoid public display of affection out of respect for Qatari culture. Now here's the next point, that is one of the peculiarities of 2022 World Cup is the distance that separates the 8 host stadiums, all of which is within the 50-kilometer radius of each other. Well, this means that the fans can attend 2 or even 3 games in a single day. FIFA sold 8 lakh tickets during the first sale offer and hopes to reach 3 million ticket sales overall. However, one of the drawbacks for the average fan is finding somewhere affordable to stay. Those fans with the deep pockets will have no problem because Qatar has a huge high-range hotel offerings and there are plans to anchor luxury liners on the country's coast. Well, accommodating fans with fewer means is something both FIFA and the SC are looking into. Now, here's the final point, that is when Qatar was awarded the 2022 World Cup, there was no immediate plan to change the dates of the tournament from its traditional summer staging despite temperatures of over 40 degrees Celsius during the Qatari summer. However, in 2015, it was decided that the tournament would be moved to the cooler winter months of November and December. This has caused a serious issue with the domestic football calendar, with league and cups competition the world over forced to halt for a month, as well as continental tournament such as the Champions League. The counter argument is that the World Cup will benefit from having players at the peak of their fitness, with fatigue often proving to be an important factor at the summer tournaments when international squads are coming off the back of grueling 9 or 10-month season. Well, this was all about the debate in the FIFA World Cup 2022 that is coming up in the winter season. Stay with us, we shall bring you more such interesting sports topic to talk upon. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.